Welcome back to the deep dive. So, let's just get right into it. If you've ever really struggled with studying or felt completely overwhelmed by it all, our sources today suggest something pretty radical.
They do. They suggest the problem isn't you. It's actually the system.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack why that is and then give you some real concrete steps to make learning feel, well, not just bearable, but actually addictive in a good way.
Okay, so that system problem, think about it. From when we're kids, the traditional school model kind of smothers our natural curiosity.
That desire to just know things.
Right. You start out asking, why is the sky blue? Because you're genuinely fascinated. But pretty soon, you're trained to study for grades, for rules, not for the pure pleasure of discovery. That spark just gets buried under mandatory reading lists.
And then you throw modern life on top of that. I mean, we live in an age of instant gratification.
Oh, completely. TikTok, video games, fast food.
Right.
It's all designed for an immediate dopamine hit.
So your brain gets conditioned for that quick reward. And then studying, which has a delayed payoff, it just feels boring. And that's before we even get to the emotional baggage from, a harsh teacher or a test you failed.
But here's where the science offers some genuinely good news. Your brain is this incredible, adaptable machine. We're talking about neuroplasticity.
Right.
Every single time you study something new, you are physically, literally sculpting new pathways in your brain.
That's amazing. So it's not a fixed thing.
Not at all. And keeping that mind active your whole life, it's directly linked to, greater longevity, better mental health, and even a lower risk of things like Alzheimer's.
So the brain is building itself. How do we get it to, the process? How do we hack that reward system you mentioned?
Well, that's the beautiful part. Your brain wants to reward you. When you finally get your head around a difficult concept, that aha moment, your brain releases dopamine.
The same pleasure chemical.
The very same one. And that is how learning can become addictive. The sources are so clear on this. People who study for pleasure, not out of pressure, show way better results. They're more creative, they stick with it longer, their memory's better.
Okay, so that's the why. Let's get into the how. Where does someone listening right now actually begin?
The starting point is absolutely critical. You have to focus on curiosity first. Forget what you think you should be learning.
Just throw the obligations out the window for a minute.
For a minute, yes. Start with something that genuinely fascinates you. If you love video games, maybe look into programming or character design. If you love movies, study script writing. The goal is just to get that feeling back of, wow, this is really interesting. It doesn't need a career purpose. It just needs to be interesting for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that connects perfectly to the next idea, which is something we're calling the Einstein Rule. You have to switch from passive to active study.
Yes. We're all guilty of this. You highlight a whole page in a book and think, yep, got it.
And you've absorbed nothing.
Nothing. Stop reading like it's a newspaper. You need to talk with yourself about it. Take notes, but in your own words. And here's the crucial part. Try to explain what you just learned to someone else.
Or even just to yourself, out loud.
Exactly. The rule of thumb, the Einstein principle, is simple. If you can't explain something simply, you don't actually understand it well enough.
So true. But how do you make that understanding stick for the long term?
Okay, this is the secret weapon the school system totally ignores: intelligent repetition. You might know it as spaced repetition.
Anti-cramming cheat code.
That's it. It's a simple schedule. You review your notes the day after you first learned something, then again a few days later, then a week later, and finally a month later. This process basically convinces your brain, hey, this information is important, don't throw it away. It fights that natural curve of forgetting.
And to make all of this work, you need a routine. Our sources really stress creating a kind of sacred ritual. 30 focused minutes every single day is so much better than trying to cram for 8 hours on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And your environment matters. A clean space. And please put your phone on airplane mode. It's non-negotiable.
And that care has to extend to yourself. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's when your brain actually consolidates what you've learned. So skipping sleep to study is just, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Right. And use tools like the Pomodoro technique.
Yeah, 25 minutes of pure focus, then a 5-minute break. It really works. And one last thing, track your journey. Keep a notebook or a file somewhere. Seeing how far you've come is incredibly motivating.
So the payoff for all this work is huge. We're talking about better focus, more patience, even making better decisions in your life. And you'll have more interesting things to talk about.
And knowledge is the one thing no one can ever take from you. In a world that's changing so fast, being a continuous learner is probably the most important skill for adapting and, well, for thriving.
So a final thought to leave everyone with.
Just remember this. Every single expert you admire, no matter the field, they all started out as a lost beginner, just like you might feel now. The only real difference is that they made the choice to persist. And the choice to start investing in your own mind, that's entirely yours.